Hey everybody, the Cauldron Witch here. Now, first off, happy new moon. Second off, I suck at holding a camera. Third off, that's my altar. Complete butt naked altar. Why? Because it is the new moon and I am going to be doing a little like refreshment spell, a little cleansing. With that all being said, in just a moment, I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up your own altar. Now, I'm not going to do the whole closing part because I'm not going to need to do that for this altar. But if you just check out, not the last video, but the video before that on me explaining what a witch's altar is, it does go into detail on how you can close your altar space after you're done with it if it's not a permanent space. Mine is a permanent space, so as I set my altar up, you will see how you can set yours up. I'll explain why I'm setting it up the way I am. Some things have specific meaning to it. Other things is just used there for tools. Um, Other than that, yeah, let's get started, guys. Another tidbit thing I really wanted to add real quick was that there is many ways you can cleanse your altar. I always love going the elemental way. You can use water to wash down your altar, add some mint oil or sage or herbs or anything like that, rosemary sprigs, stuff like that to help infuse the water and wash down your altar. You can use smoke and fire, lighting incense, any type of incense. That's what I'll be doing. I have my own little cleansing blend for you guys. You can have, like, yes, a cleansing blend, but I would add a little bit to add that divine energy into it, that summoning of divine energy. I'm not necessarily doing that mainly because the energy is already there. I'm just giving it a good cleanse and we're going right back to it. Um, you can use salt or dirt, just literally throw it on the altar and do your visualization, put in your intention. One thing, unless you have stone, you can't really use is straight up fire. I have a wooden altar, and if I use fire to cleanse my altar, it's gonna turn into ash, and well, it'll be clean, all right? So, but you can use, like I said, fire and smoke for incense. If you guys can get creative and use just fire in your cleansing, um, then go with it. But anything like that, but I'm sure you guys already knew that. So just waiting for my little charcoal disc to burn, and then we're getting straight to it. Alright, so now that my charcoal disc is completely burned through, I have these white candles lit. I don't know how long they're gonna stay lit because they're very low, but it helps. Alright, so I will say too, prior, one thing I did say a minute ago, that it's hard to just use the element of fire to cleanse a wooden altar. But if you sit in a candlelit room, have no other lighting but just flame, if you sit there and meditate and visualize the flame's energy just bathing the altar, burning away any negative or unwanted energy, and just rejuvenating the energy for the altar, that works great. Like I said, just get creative. And honestly, you don't need anything other than your mind's eye to cleanse an altar and invite the divine energy to be present with you. So, I have my own little blend of a universal offering, so I'm just going to be burning that as I cleanse the altar. And with this, I said prior that I won't really be adding divine energy because it's already present, but I'm still going to anyway because why the hell not? So, I'm going to add this real quick. And then with this, I'm just going to walk counter or clockwise motion around the altar. Make sure you get under the altar, above the altar, all around the altar, all around the altar's aura. All the same thing. You get the message. Let's go. Right. I love my witch spoon. I don't know if you can even see it. Probably not because it's so dark in here. But Ravenflower's husband Bear made this for me, and I don't know if they still have a shop going on or not, but if they do, check it out. He makes some fucking wicked shit. and it's not just spoons, and it's like all up to you on size and everything. But yeah, check them out. All right. Now, if you have a chant, a prayer, a spell, whatever to say along with your cleansing, go ahead. I do, but I'm gonna say it in my head. So, I will mention this because I thought about it while I was doing my little cleansing and infusing the divine into my altar. Prior to this, clean it. Whatever altar you do have, clean it. If it needs to be cleaned, because after you set in that energy, after this point, pretty much you just want to start laying out your items. Um, Now again, this can take however long you want. I'm gonna take it just a little bit longer. Um, Mainly because I burned a whole charcoal disc for this. Now, not that I'm burning just this with it, because I might set it aside and just burn some nice incense while I'm setting it up. But I will do this 2 more times. No, I won't be present on video for it because you saw what I'm basically going to be doing. So I will be right back, and yeah, keep doing what you got to do. so once you have cleansed and enchanted your altar, depending, next you're going to want to bring it to wherever its spot is. Now, if you have a permanent spot, bring it there. If you have a temporary spot, this is the part where you just lay out all of your items. All right. So for me, I'm going to start on this side, going this way. Now for me, there's like a little tiny specific order, I guess. On this side is more like the divinatory side, and this side is more of the cleansing, happy-go-lucky side, I guess. So, spirits, death, living, spirits, happy, yeah, alright. So, first off, I'm going to sit down. I have so much going on over here. I am going to first set my Book of Shadows. Or one of my Book of Shadows, I should say. This one was my first ever Book of Shadows. It's so tiny, it's so cute, it's black, it's leather, has a compass on it. I'm in love. So that really does go here. Alright. Now for me, I'm sure if you guys already know, this has already been set up. I already know where to put things, so I'm just gonna do that. I might explain some things, I might really not. Doesn't matter. Alright. So next is not only just my tarot cards, but it is one of my most powerful tarot cards that I have. Out of all of my decks, this one in here is my baby. I did not make this box, but I did paint the box, and I added little felt on the inside. So, yeah. Got purple and black felt, purple and black painting to help with psychic abilities and protection. That's going to go right here. Alright. So, next is... Oh! Okay. Let me plug this back in because next is my little crystal map. You know, once I untangle everything. There we go. Alright. Right. She's back home where she belongs. Alright. So, after this comes my lucky candle. And it's not really a joke either when I say that. It's my lucky spell. My little luck candle. Alright, that goes right there. Now, specifically for that candle, right now, yes, it's a luck candle. Usually, it's just a candle to burn, to have that flame energy, to have that lighting effect. I don't know about you guys. I feel like certain candles on your altar, not all of them, obviously, but like 1, 2, maybe even 3 shouldn't really have that much of a meaning, but just to have candles lit. That's just me for a million reasons, starting off with the fact that I'm a pyromaniac. So I love candles, I love fire, but the lighting it gives off, it does help when you're in the dark and you don't really want to turn on a light. But with anything, it always adds energy. So, alright. Now, next is my big wand. Look at this big wand. I love my wands. My wands, for the most part, actually, no, yeah, every single one of my wands does not have carvings, does not have anything other than most likely a black tip of a stick. Black tip for, I burn it, energy, blah, blah, blah. It's always just a stick. I don't really do much with it. I'm not really attracted to wands that often, so when I am, I get them. I do have quite a few, but in all my practices, or in all of my years of practicing, I've only accumulated like 5 wands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, I was right. 5 wands. So, and they're all literally sticks I have found. Sure. Next, we are going to put down my neutralizing powder. I have like this little ashtray for matches, so putting that there. Do have my little spoon here. This right here is my intuition oil. So of course that's going to be, sorry, hold on one second. Of course that's going to be on the divination side of the altar, the more darker part, night. That's I guess really the best way to explain my altar. You have night and day. I'm going to put that there. Alright. So now for me, I tend to forget really what goes where until other things are there, so I'm just going to kind of branch off over here. Here, like I said, so this side is like my sun side, my cleansing side. So, of course, my sage, Palo Santo, juniper, whatever, is going to go right here. Okay, I have my incense here. Put on the corner. No. Oh my god, I lied to you. It's not 5. It's 7. 7 wands. So, but these 3 do go on the altar. So we'll put that there and that there. I do have a spoon, which you guys have seen, that sits on my altar. Really does go right there. But since I am using it for other things, I won't burn it yet. This is another incense holder. I love it. It stands up. It's so cool. Unfortunately, it is broken. I don't know if you can tell. But yeah. Sorry about the lighting. Nothing I can do about it. Even if I put down the blinds. The way my blinds are, it doesn't help. So, there's no point in even trying. Alright. Next. Oh, my beauty. Oh, my God. I used to work for, me and my cousin used to work for a property preservation company. We would go in, fix, touch up the lawn, get rid of any weeds. We would do clean outs, evictions, stuff like that. One eviction my cousin went to, I was not there, but whoever lived there, he passed away, and, well, I won't say he was a witch, because I can't say that for a fact, but he had cauldrons, he had a bunch of tarot cards, a cat statue that unfortunately broke, but a lot of the things I have accumulated, and this big candle, or cauldron is one of them. That's my favorite, for the fact that it's my biggest. I have another cauldron. I did have 3. The other one disappeared. Don't ask me where it went, because I won't be able to tell you. Alright. So, next is... I think from that point on, we put Hecate's candle holder there. We will put... Oh no, I gotta clean this. But it is a Himalayan salt candle holder. Okay. Rest that there. I know I am still missing something, and it'll come to me when I see it. Like, for example, right here. I don't know what I'm pesto. It's red jasper. This was it's the tiniest, cutest thing ever. But it was my first mortar and pestle. It does have a lot of sentimental value in it. But we don't also but since I have another mortar and pestle one right here, which has a nice blend, which I will burn. This is like my second mortar and pestle. It's a little bit bigger, so I keep it on the altar for that fact, because trying to crush up like harder things in here, like cinnamon sticks or frankincense or stuff like that, it just flies everywhere. Not that it doesn't do it with this one, because it does, but this one holds more anyway. So, yeah. Alright. There is crystals down here that I would love to add. This is where my Florida water goes, but instead it's got like a little sachet bag. It's for a sweet home little sachet bag. I will say this needs a lot more enchantment. I'm going to put this up here for now. It was a gift for somebody, but I haven't seen that somebody in a very long time, and the energy kind of just faded out. This, like I said, though, my Florida water sits in. I don't have any right now, but that doesn't mean the pouch has to be removed. Alright, so I have a little snow quartz crystal I keep next to my sage and stuff. Okay. Have my God candle, God Hearn, well, the candle holder, but you couldn't see in the freaking heaven light right there. Okay. I'm gonna start putting my little candle holders there. I have another one that's somewhere. Don't ask me where. This is my glass of water, though, again, no water in it. Okay. I really do feel like I'm missing something here. Might not be. I might be. I'll figure it out when I'm done. Okay. So, two other things I have. Seashell to help with communication with spirit. I keep next to the glass of water. And then I have a little bit of Samhain bark. I have this, which is different. Death, a dead bark. I found this in the graveyard to help with spirits. But this I got from a tree on Samhain night, so keep that over here. Okay, my absolute most favorite things on the altar. Hecate. Okay, actually, I don't think I am missing anything, due to the fact that, hard to explain, I don't have, no, something is missing. I don't have God Hearn statue yet, like I said, yet. So one day that will come, and I know that's pretty much the amount of space he's gonna need. If not, I'll do some editing, but until that day comes. You know what, let me go grab my spoon. I'll be right back. Because I'm that type of witch where if it's not all there, I'm gonna be messing up on something. But once I got it all down path, I can take my spoon back. Alright, now, what you've heard earlier in this video, that spoon was gifted to me by Bear. Real quick, I will say this. You have, I don't know, maybe there is a video prior which you've seen this crystal in it, to help charge an item to do a job for something else, if that makes any sense. Basically, this is soaked in protection to keep my tarot cards protected. Obviously, with it being amethyst, it raises the psychic abilities but the divine energy. But yeah. Now this doesn't have any like this is a crystal for courage, but it's not specifically meant for the altar. I just keep it here because it's been spelled. So anything I need courage or strength in, I see that right there, and I'm like, oh, give me that. Okay. So, okay, so as I was saying about the spoon, when Bear gifted it to me, he said this stone, for some reason he didn't know why, but this crystal has some type of connection with that spoon. It wanted to be with the spoon, so forever this crystal will be with this spoon. So I just set it right next to it on the altar. Alright, set my little spoons down. Alright. I have my cleansing oil, my healing powder, and my blessing oil. Alright. Usually a white candle goes in that holder and a black one in the other one, but I just don't have that stuff right now. Okay, I am also in need of my salt, which is right here. Obviously, salt represents earth. Usually a blue candle there for night, a yellow candle there for day, and I usually have a red candle sitting here. I don't have those right now, so obviously the space stays empty. We have Tiger's Eye on the altar because Tiger's Eye is not only my favorite crystal, but it helps in any form of manipulation of energy. So I can sit that there. I know I'm missing a little plate. Where the hell did I put it? So what happens? I put things down and I completely forget where the hell I put them. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now, like I said, usually a black candle sits here. Right now, a lot of energy shifts, both positive and negative, has been going on in the house. One of my protection charms broke after doing something. I'm not going to give out too much information, but it wasn't broke to where I lost items. What was in the protection charm is all right here. Energy's still there, so when I get a new black bag, I can just make it again. So I put that there. Now I'm OCD, so like that's like gotta be even for me. Okay. Now I'm over here messing with the ancestors altar, excuse me. Alright, I'll fix that all later. But with that being said, now that I looked over there, I know I don't have anything left over there. Oh, please don't tell me this is broken. I hate my closet door. Okay. I have a little bell here. Usually a rose quartz tower sits there, but it is currently in a healing bowl right now on the ancestors altar. Okay. That is almost everything. This right here is another courage crystal that I charmed, but again I keep that there. Oh my god, I think actually, ow! I forgot, I literally was just burning a candle in that holder. And that's glass, so that does hurt. Alright. Other than that, oh my god, is that it? I think it is. Alright. So, with that all being said, this is my altar. This is how to set up your altar. How the hell did wax just get there? Don't really care. it's all gonna be waxed up anyway, right? That's what happens. Now, one thing I will say, I will put this energy out there. I will say this, because mainly I have trouble with this and I gotta work on it. But your altar is never supposed to be 100% clean. It's a witch's altar. There's supposed to be salt on it. There's supposed to be powdered cinnamon or frankincense or whatever you were doing. Why? Because that's what a witch's altar is. And that right there even adds the different type of energies to mix in with the divine, with the altar to help make further spells stronger. Um, it's the energy of a witch, and it's what it's supposed to be like. Not 24/7, supposed to be cleaned. A good thing, though, to do is clean it at least maybe once a month, once a week, however you feel. I like to do it on the new moon. Yes, it's bright as all hell. But if I'm not mistaken, here in New York right now, this is the time of the new moon. So, I love it. For me, I don't really wait till night or day, mainly because sometimes the moon is up with the sun and it's not out at night. Um, but whether it's day, night, whatever, the energy is there, present still. So, yeah. Okay, so again, with all of that being said, I believe that is everything on the altar. So that's how you set up your altar. Now you can do more enchantment after this. I don't need to. Um, this is my altar. Again, I can, if you want to say a little saying or not, um, something like, I invoke and summon divine energy, be present with me, and work with me in synergy. Something like that helps. With that, I kind of just felt like the chills, so I know like that's right there putting out energy. So, no, then when I said I wasn't going to do anything more, when I said that, I kind of just blurted that out there, stated it. This is my altar, and I'm in love with it. So, yeah, I hope you guys learned a lot from this video. I hope you guys have a blessed day, happy new moon, and enjoy your new altar. Now, again, if you want to know how to close your altar if it's not a permanent space, check out my video, What is a Witch's Altar, and I explain how to do it in that video. Alright, bye guys.